Hello and welcome to Die Rollin. I'm the ever excitable Adam, and today I'm playing Veilwraith again. So I'm trying Vignette 1. I believe it's pronounced Vignette. It might be Vignette. Who knows? But I'm playing that today, and hopefully this means that I will have a successful attempt this time. Last time I was beaten, and this time chances are I'll probably be beaten again. It's a hard game, but I'm really enjoying playing this. So let's get this table and see if I can survive the first vignette. So here we are back at the Lost Ruins, trying to get to the portal and escape from the Archfiend. This is going to be a tricky one. I tried last time to do this and I failed pretty miserably, so let's see how I get on this time around. Let's do this. So the first thing happens, we have a threat appear, and our first threat is a fighter. And he has the bruise ability, which means I remove 1 power token from my influence action. It's going to take 4 fights to kill this guy, and he's going to be dealing 1 damage at the end of every round until I get rid of him. Okay, so let's see what the first card I get is. And it's a Memory of Redemption, which gives me 2 to my influence. It's not going to help me out today, unfortunately. So I'm going to have to tap my fight. I'm going to use my influence. And my influence is going to be to draw an additional card, which is a Memory of Knowledge, which I can use to swap the positions of any 2 actions. Handy. What's not handy is the fighter doing 1 damage to our spirit. And he's backed up by a Mystic. Now when Mystics appear, I have to go through this deck and find the next key. And when the key comes out, which is the Key of Love, I shuffle anything else back onto the top there. So the Key of Love is turned up. It's going to take 4 of my Explore action to actually get this Key of Love. And the Mystic is going to be dealing 1 damage at the end of every round, so I have to take her out as well. I draw a card, is Memory of Cold. I can ignore a spirit cost, -1 threat this round, which means I can use my Memory of the Cold to survive the damage the Mystic is going to give to me. I'm going to use my fight action straight away to take care of this fighter. The fighter is dead. He is an ex-fighter. Fight goes around over there. I'm going to tap my influence to give me a +1 to my influence. I take no damage at the end of this round because of my Memory of the Cold. But the Mystic calls forth a Hobgoblin. And when they're played, I have to shuffle my discard pile back into my deck. So we know we're going to have a Memory of Cold come out, which I'll use straight away to block the damage that the Hobgoblin is doing. I'm then going to use my Memory of Redemption to add a +2 to my influence. I'm not going to use my power token for this. I'm just using this +2 from the card, which influences the Mystic to go away. I'm then going to tap my Explore action to give me a +1 to that for a further turn. I take no damage, thanks to my Memory of the Cold. We draw an additional card. This is an Enforcer. He's got a grapple ability, so as soon as he's played, I have to remove 1 of my fight tokens, which is a real shame because I was really hoping to take out something this round. Let's draw a card and see what I've got. Memory of Blood, which is 2 damage. So we'll do this. I'm going to use this on my fight to make that a fight of 4. Oh, actually, that's over. That would actually... I'm going to save this because that's going to do more damage later on. So instead, I'm going to use my Memory of Knowledge. And what this does, I can swap 2 positions around on the map. So I'm going to swap my fight with my Explore action. Thanks to this Sean Connery looking guy. I'm then going to use my fight to kill the Hobgoblin. So the Hobgoblin has gone away. I can't do anything about this Enforcer at the moment, but I am going to just tap this to give me a +1 to my influence. I take a damage from the Enforcer. I'm down to 18 health, and we draw a new card. A fighter comes out, and he bruises me, so I remove a power token from my influence action as soon as he comes into play. He's going to take 4 damage to kill him. And I get a Memory of Knowledge again, which is really handy. Okay, so we're going to use this Memory of Knowledge. I'm going to remember how to influence people. I'm going to use my influence then to take out this enforcer. And unfortunately, I can't do any more actions this round, or I would take the key, or I'd kill the fighter. Probably kill the fighter at this point. So I take a damage from the fighter. But before that, I will just tap that and give me a +1. I may say tap, I mean turn. Apologies if I confuse people with my language skills there. Now I'm worried I didn't actually take off any damage. So I'm going to pause this and have a quick look. And I did take a damage from him, so that's fine. What comes out next? An enforcer. Grapple. So I take off one of these from my fight actions. But what do I have to help me out? A memory of honor, which is a 1 influence. Okay, I'm not too worried about this. I'm going to use my memory of blood to give me a +2 to my fight action. And I'm going to use my fight to take out the fighter. I'm then going to tap my influence, put a +1 back on there. I take a single damage from this guy, and we get a new threat come out. This is a healer. So when the healer comes out, they actually cure us, which is quite nice of them. But they are going to be taking that back. So 5 influence to get rid of this healer. Draw a new card. It's a memory of creation. And I'm going to play it straight away to give me +1 health. Or am I? Do I want to do that? No, I'm going to hold on to it because I might need it for some other things. So I'm going to tap my influence, give me a +1. I'm going to use my explore action to grab this key. Let's go for it. We've got our first key. Maybe I'm a bit premature with that. We'll see. I take 2 damage from these guys. Down to 15 health. And we draw a new card, which is a pariah. When these guys are defeated, they get put into our discard pile, and they kind of just kind of clog up our memories, which is a real shame. We're going to have 3 damage coming this turn, unless I can do something about it. And the card I draw is another memory of creation here. Okay, I'm going to use my influence because I want to take this this healer out. So it's 5 to kill the healer. I get a health for that. And also, I should have got a health when I picked up the Key of Love. I'm going to then add a +1 to my fight. Take 2 damage this round. And we have a new enemy coming out. It's a Mystic. So we'll be getting another key out. And it's the Key of Sight. This is the most, it looks like the most tricky one to get. It's 8 explore to actually get that. That's tricky. Okay, so we're going to be taking a lot of damage this round. 4 damage. I have a Memory of Might, which helps me with fighting. But really, I want to take out that Mystic because she's doing 2 damage every round. We're going to use our fight action to get rid of our Enforcer. So 3 damage is coming through this round. I'm then going to tap my influence. 3 damage comes through. I'm on 12 hit points and a new enemy comes out. This is an enforcer. I have to take away anything I'd have on my fight track. I don't have anything on my fight track, so I'm fine there. And I have a Memory of Honor, which gives me a +1 to my influence. This is really handy. I've got 2 of these Memory of Honors. So I'm going to use these 2 influence plus these 3 influence to take care of that Mystic. Mystic is gone. And I'm going to be taking some damage at the end of this round, so I'm going to add a +1 to my explore action. Before I do that, I'm going to turn this to use an additional action to use this to draw an additional card, which is a +2 to explore. Okay, so we get a new, well, first of all, we take 2 damage. Should I already do that? I don't think so. I'm on 10 health now. The Key of Valor has turned up. 7 to collect this. And I have a memory of blood, which is a +2 to fight, which I don't need at the moment. Okay, so I'm going to trade in my memory of creation and my memory of creation to get 2 hit points back, so I'm on 12 hit points. I'm then going to combine these two together to make this influence action a 3. So and I'll use that then to take out this enforcer. I'm then going to tap my explore action to give me a +1 there and take 1 damage from the outcast. Pariah even. And a goblin has come up. This is going to be doing 2 damage to me at the end of every round. It's going to take 4 fights to get rid of it. And I've got Memory of Heart, so I can use an additional available action this round. So I'm going to use this Memory of Heart straight away, and I'm going to... Well, actually, I don't need to do that, so do I? Yes, I'm going to use this to draw an additional card, which is perfect. It gives me a +2 to influence. I'm going to use this straight away as my additional action, which means I can get rid of the pariah. He does go into my hand, but at least I'm not going to be dealing with that again. And then I'm going to tap this to give me a +1. I take 2 damage off the goblin. And we draw a new card coming out. It's another goblin. Oh, 4 damage coming through this round. Draw an additional card. And I've got a +1 to fight. So, of course I'm going to use my fight action this round. I'll take this goblin. The goblin's out of the game now. Won't be seeing him again. I'm going to tap this to give me a +1 to my explore action. And I take 2 damage. I'm now down to 7 hit points thanks to that goblin. A fighter arrives and takes out anything I had in my influence, but I didn't have anything, so that's fine. Draw an additional card. It's a Memory of Home, which gives me an explore action here. Okay, I'm gonna go for this. I think you have to be pretty brave in this game and just try to take out as many of these guys as possible because it's draining your resources. So I'm going to use my Memory of Veil with my explore action to give that an 8, which gets me the Key of Light. I gain a health when I draw that. I'm then going to flip this to use an additional action. And my additional action is going to be to fight. So I'm going to fight. It's a value of 3 by adding this onto that to make that a value of 4. So we've taken out this goblin. And we're going to tap our influence to give us a +1 to it for a later date. Fighter does 1 damage to me. I'm on to 7. Okay, and he's joined with another goblin. And we find a Memory of Heart. I can use an additional available action with this. So, I'm going to be taking 2 damage this round. They're all fighting things. I'm going to use my influence to draw a card. I found a Memory of Veil, which gives me a +2 to my explore. I'm going to add a +1 to my fight and take 2 damage from these guys. Down to 5 hit points. Another pariah has joined. And I've got a Memory of Home come out. Really need some hobgoblins to come out. Well, I've got no choice really. I'm going to be taking 4 damage this round. So I'm going to flip my Key of Light to draw an additional memory card, which is very handy. I'm going to put a memory of cold over that guy, so I don't have to worry about any damage coming from him. I'm going to use this memory of heart, so I've got 2 actions this round. The first action I'm going to use is to kill the pariah, so the pariah is now in my deck. And I've got 3 here, so I'm going to discard these 2 to combine them to make this a 4 in total, which means I can take out this goblin and get a +1 to my explore action. I don't take any damage this round. New card comes out, and it's a Mystic, so I'm going to be getting an additional key come out now. Oh, and it's the very next card. The Key of Sight arrives. So I have to shuffle my memory deck. I've got two pariah outcasts in here. I don't want to be drawing those. So I draw 1 card, and that is Memory of Blood, which is good for fighting. Okay, I'm going to use my influence to take care of that Mystic. The Mystic is now gone. I'm going to tap my explorers, give me a +1 to that, and I take 1 damage off of this fighter. I'm on 4 hit points now. Got a new one come out, and of course it's another pariah. It's a lot of influence to take, 4 influence to take him out, and I've got a Memory of Honor, which gives me 1 influence. So I've got I could take out this guy this round. I could get a Key of Sight or a Key of Valor this round. I think I'm going to have to take out the fighter though. So I'm going to use my Memory of Blood with this fight action to deal enough damage to take out this fighter. I'm then going to tap my influence to give me a +1 to that. And I take 1 damage from that pariah. And we have a Hobgoblin come out, so we have to put our Memory of Blood back into the deck. We know that the next card coming out is the Memory of Blood, which, you know, I could use to take him out. I'm going to try and get this Key of Valor. So I'm using 2, 5, 6, 7 to get this Key of Valor. I gain a health for gaining that in the first place. I'm going to turn this to be able to use an additional action this round and then flip it to heal up another hit point. My additional action is, of course, going to be a fight action. That's going to be dealing 4 damage to this Hobgoblin. So he is gone. And I take 1 damage from the pariah. Next, we have the Goblin King. Amazing. So, how are we going to do this? I don't think we will. We've got another Memory of Honor. So, we've currently got 3, 4, 5, 6. We're going to flip over our Key of Love to gain 1 onto here. So we've got 4 here. Sorry, 5 here. We're going to use this Memory of Honor here to make that 6, which does 6 damage of influence to the Goblin King. And I'm going to tap my fight action. I take 3 damage. We're on 1 hit point. It's now the end of the game. So I get everything back. We get a new threat come out. This is a hobgoblin. It's going to be dealing 1 damage. I have to shuffle this back into here. That memory of blood on top would be amazing right now, but we shall see. It's a memory of blood! Okay, is this doable? No, it's not, Adam. There is no way you can actually do this round. If this was here, I would be able to play that to make that 6. Be enough to kill the Goblin King, but I do not have enough to kill the Goblin King, and I never will. What can I do? I could kill this Hobgoblin, but I'd be taking 3 damage, which would kill me. I could... If I could tilt and turn on the same turn, I would do this, but... Okay, this is the only way out of this, I think. And actually, even then, I don't think we're going to do this. So, I'm going to use my Explore action to draw an additional card, which is the Memory of Honor. I knew it was that, so I don't know why I did that. So yeah, there's no way I can actually defeat this Goblin King now. Tilt my fight, I guess. And then I'm dealt 2, 3, 4 damage. I lose my next ribbon. I feel like I was doing that a bit better this time around, but once again, not quite good enough. So, I have successfully failed once again at Veilwraith, and I feel happy about that. And I'll tell you why I feel happy about that. I kind of feel like, once again, it was my mistake. I feel like I'm going to have to go away and maybe watch some other videos to try and figure out how you actually get past this this first vignette. And if this is just the first vignette, however, I think there is something in there where you can change one of those starting abilities to be a 2 rather than a 1, for instance, which might make that just incrementally a little easier. Also, I think one tactic to go into this is to try to save some of those additional actions for later turns that you use from the keys for when you come across the Goblin King, but who knows? Anyway, thank you for watching and just failing here with me. I will be doing the next vignette. Well, I say next vignette. I'll be trying to do vignette 1 once again in the not too distant future. So stay tuned to the channel for more Veilwraith. Like I say, even though I was beaten, I really enjoyed this. So yeah, I'm a glutton for punishment, I guess. Okay, guys, so I've been Adam, and you can find us on Facebook, Instagram, and of course YouTube. And until next time, guys, stay safe and keep rolling.